Hi, this is Suzanne in Ohio. Have a small project share. I have another one of these little file folder journals that I've been making, and I believe this is number 4. It's either 3 or 4. It's already up on my Etsy site if you're interested in some more up-close pictures of it. And as I said before in another video, this is my effort to use up some of the stuff laying on my desk. So here's this little journal. It's not so little, it's extremely chunky, and every page is just loaded. So what I started out with, pardon me, was a file folder, and then I embellished all the surfaces. So the back is collaged, vintage documents, images, all kind of die cuts, found papers, created papers, dyed papers, all kinds of stuff. The image on the front is a collage that I did last year rescuing a greeting card. So this image is from a greeting card. This is from an ideals book, some of my artwork, bird feathers, a wren, and then all kinds of fibers and things. So I copied that and then of course shrunk it down. It's mounted with lace and gauze and different things around the edge. So let me show you what's inside. It's really quite attractive, I think. Let me get this autofocus off so it doesn't continue to fluctuate. Okay, when I made the file folder, I used 1/2 of a file folder, and I just simply folded up the bottom, cut the arches in it to make, the pockets. Here's the back pocket. Here's the front. And this one, let me get something under the edge of this to hold this book up a little bit. There's a bag I've been using. Okay, so collaging on this, and then lots of pieces of ephemera. A lot of these are images. Big writing surface here on the back of this image. A fabric journal card. These are real fabric snippets that I made. And vintage textiles. Lots of my things are vintage textiles. Images of. A copy of a marriage registration from, that was so interesting, 1819. Okay, so that tucks in right there. This image here is an eco-dyed print that I did, and I was playing around with enhancing the images with my Inktense pencils. Some of them came out real nice. I like that. Tuck spot. One of my journaling cards, one of my compilation pages. Makes a beautiful surface in here. This one has a flip down. If you flip it down and write on it, found papers, quilt image. And when you open this one up, this opens up. Writing surface here, poem there, tuck spot, a homemade telegram. Over here, tuck spot with the bee, and 2 pieces of ephemera, which I won't drag them out right now because they're put on here with this little enhanced paper clip. So just more found papers, tuck spots. This is polymer dyed paper. Vintage envelope, it flips out. And there's an image of mother and daughter in the garden. Another telegram. One of my compilation pages. Another telegram. Vintage, a faux vintage photograph. This is a textile image here. These really old-fashioned silkscreen tablecloths. I have several of them, several images. And the nice thing is you can just write right on top of those picture of a textile, 2 pieces of ephemera stuck in here, all kinds of writing spots or photo mats. This is a little tablet, writing tablet of just found papers, leftovers. And with this edge on it, it just tucks right on the top of that page. Tuck spot, writing surface, doily, picture of a doily. These are my compilation pages. Graph paper, vintage document, very old. And then over here a tuck spot, and then one of these rescued seed packets, and in it has a matching little journal card, and then another one in here. So that makes it really a nice little packet. Compilation page that I did with all embossed papers, and that opens up into the center. That's the center of the signature. 2 pockets there, ephemera, vintage grade school grade card, and an image of a textile that I did last year, ocean theme. The back side of that envelope, little tuck spot, the old vintage document, more of the same, you saw those. Now here comes a little tuck spot right there, and then here's a loose pocket folder. These are the acetate window pockets that I made, embellished them on the outside, and it can be tucked anywhere for to hold something special. Another silkscreen tablecloth, compilation page. If anybody's interested in knowing how I did those, I'd be happy to do a video on that. This was a little textile I made. I used it as a pocket. And this is just a simple little booklet. I think it has 4 pages, 4 writing surfaces. And this is just a writing surface piece, whatever you want to use it for, or photographs. And that folds in. Over here, a pocket out of some rescued quilt pieces, unused quilt pieces. Little ephemera here. Tuck spot. Little tuck spot under there. Writing. Another piece of that child's quilt. That was so interesting when I went to Amish country, Ohio, which is near Kidron. Every summer they have a very large, what they call a relief sale. Boy, I hope you can't see all this glue all over my fingers. That's pretty gross. Okay, so they have that relief sale. And lots of things are donated by the local Mennonites or even sometimes the Amish. And this was a child's quilt that was well worn and cut apart. And I bought all the pieces just for the purpose of copying them. Compilation page or a photo mat, whatever. In this little stop spot, handmade tag. And that tag comes out of there as well. And a vintage embroidery piece, copy. And then here's another one of those eco-dyed prints. This was leaves off of the peonies. They came out real nice, and I just added a little bit of color on those. Over here in this spot, I think there's, let's see, a writing flip out, writing on the back of that vintage document. This is a large one, a copy of a piece of textile art that I did years ago. So it makes a nice writing spot on the back. And then this one has an envelope. There's some ephemera down in there. I'm not sure what. And I don't want to let these pages flip closed. But an envelope made out of a copy of an old handkerchief. So all those things fit in that last little text box. So there you have it. Using up the things on my desk, and boy, does that feel good. And it forces you to think of new ideas. And it's not really a theme. It's kind of a hodgepodge, but yet that all goes together. So there you have it. Check out my Etsy site if you want to see this one, and you can see some more up-close photographs. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. Thank you to all my subscribers and people that watch. Appreciate you so much. Come again.